News Radio WRVA. This is very interesting. I saw this story, and Super Dave got all excited about this, that the lawsuit between Live Nation Ticketmaster went against the two behemoths when it comes to seeing concerts and shows. So I'm going to get into that. A reminder, you're going to get an opportunity to win $100,000 before the end of the program today as we celebrate 100 years of News Radio WRVA. So we will have that for you coming up on the program, and it's all brought to you by RoofMax. Glenn Youngkin joins us at 8 o'clock, and Jim Gilmore joins us at 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So we've got back-to-back governors for you only right here on News Radio WRVA. That's why we say if you don't start your day with Richmond's Morning News, basically, you've already fallen behind. Start your day with Richmond's Morning News, and you'll never have to play catch-up. All right, I do want to bring this up because Dave got angry when I just mentioned Live Nation and Ticketmaster. He almost threw something at me this morning, folks, and I'm not making that up.
But that's most mornings.
You make me sound like I'm a tyrant. I walk in. I'm the one who walks in the morning and says, hey, good morning, everybody. Gary kind of nods and you.
Yeah, well, you're happy in the morning, but not annoyingly happy.
Right. I'm not too loud and obnoxious in the morning, but
no, you're okay.
I walk in. I actually verbalize in the morning. You don't start verbalizing until 5 a.m.
No, because, well, that's closer to the show.
Closer to the show. Okay, so again, you know what? You bring your A game to the show. You're not peaking before the show.
Exactly. I'm pacing myself.
I like that, pacing yourself. Okay. You and I were talking about, I said, wait a minute, save this for the show. We need to discuss this. So Live Nation and Ticketmaster have a class action lawsuit that went against them. And they've been charged with being a monopoly and being anti-competitive. And Live Nation, Ticketmaster, same people, own the concert venues and control the ticket prices. They were charging, oh my gosh, up to $1.75 more a ticket. And that is not right. And they'll be punished millions of dollars for that. You say that's a good deal.
Well, I think it's more than a dollar, whatever it was.
Service charges.
Yeah, it's a lot more than that.
I hate the service charges, by the way.
Yeah, because when a ticket's $50 and the service charge is $25, okay, something's wrong.
Yeah, but they said it was $1.75.
Okay, well, it was. Trust me, it's more than $1.75.
Yeah, I know that was just what they came.
Yeah, that's just what they were able to get.
Okay, I agree with you there. But then we got into this whole thing. You're like, well, the dynamic ticket price. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Now you're starting to sound like a socialist. We got to explain all this to everybody.
I just think if you're going to sell a ticket for $500,
right,
put it up there for $500.
I agree.
And then the case closed. But I win.
Right. But
let's turn our mics off. I already won the argument.
No, but we were talking about dynamic ticket pricing where the more demand, the less supply, tickets go up. And that's the big beef that people have now. If there's a concert venue for 100 seats and when they start selling out, they start raising the ticket price. That's what you got mad at me for.
And you know what that's called? If you don't do it, if you're not a company and you do it, it's called scalping.
No, scalping is when I buy a ticket and then I resell it for over face value.
And all they're doing is raising face value on it.
Well, but hotels do that and airlines do that. It's called supply and demand.
But when it goes up so let's say, just for sake of argument, let's say the ticket price is $200.
$200.
And people are buying it, so they raise it to $300. It stays at $300. And if people stop buying those tickets, it never comes back down from the $300.
Okay, this is the part I told everybody we need to talk about on the radio. No, it's not the demand, it's the supply. So when I have a perishable finite supply and it starts to become scarce, then the price of that scarce item begins to go up.
But if nobody's buying that scarce item, the price should be coming back down.
But it doesn't become less scarce. It has the same scarcity. No, so if I've got
but nobody's buying it.
Right, but it's
nobody
not
wants it.
But it's not about the demand, it's about the scarcity of it. That's what the dynamic.
But there is no demand for it.
It's not about the demand, it's about the supply, it's about the scarcity. So if I've got a hotel and I've got 100 rooms and I haven't sold one room, the price is $100.
Okay.
Once I start to get to about 50% sellout now, because remember, it's a perishable good. Those concert tickets aren't good tomorrow.
Exactly.
That hotel room's not good tomorrow. The airline is not seats that on that plane that flew away are not good tomorrow. So now I start having scarcity of those rooms. So once I get to a certain point, well, now I'm going to raise the price because the inventory of rooms has now becomes more scarce. So if I'm at
I'm with you. So far I'm with you.
So if I'm at zero and there's no room sold, they're $100, that's what I'm going to charge.
I'm with you so far.
Now, when I get to 50% sellout, well, now there's scarcity. And for everybody else who wants to buy those rooms, there's only 50 rooms. So now I'm going to raise it to 150 because supply and demand, there's more scarcity.
I'm with you so far.
Once I get to 25 rooms left, I'm going to jack that up to 200 because now it's more scarce. So now what's your problem with that?
If you're just like you said, there's an expiration date on a concert ticket.
Right.
If nobody's buying those tickets at $300, wouldn't you rather get $200 for that ticket instead of $300?
Well, then I would just sell the whole thing at 100 and sell. So would I rather sell out 100 tickets at $100 and make what's 100 times 100?
I told there would be no math on this job when I took
$100,000.
Sure.
Okay. Or would I rather sell 50 at 100, 25 at 200, and then maximize my profit by selling another 25 at 300? Maybe there's 25 tickets that are left over, but I now made more than $100,000.
But if those last 25 tickets you had, you lowered it from $100 down to $75, you still would have made even more money.
Right. But if I would have
instead of just throwing those tickets away.
No, but it's I'm going to go down with some scarcity. I'm going to go down with unsold tickets. But if you look at what I just told you, I'm either going to make $100,000 or I'm going to make, I think it's $150,000 or $200,000 by raising the ticket prices.
That's fine. But then
I won because all I care about is making as much money as on my show.
And you'd make even more money if you brought those tickets back down to market level. Whatever tickets are like the day before,
right?
And you have 25 tickets left over and nobody's buying for 300, sell them for 200, and you're going to make even more money.
Well, that's where the price lines of the world, they come in and they grab up those extra few hotel rooms that are unsold and they put them out there and people get them for whatever they can.
But Ticketmaster doesn't do that.
Ticketmaster doesn't do that.
If they did that, they'd be making even more money.
All right. Rich, give it up. Super Dave has you beat on this one. He's completely right. So what would I rather make for my venue? $100,000 by having one price for everything, or $300,000 the way I just described it? I'd rather make $300,000.
And you'd make $325,000 if you did it the way I did it.
Or I make the $300,000, but okay. Oh, here's the other piece. So I do know. And by the way, I'm going to throw the knockout punch at Dave right now. Here's what I do know, Dave. From working in sports, I want to get people to buy those tickets as quick as I can, because if I do that, okay. Here's the fallacy of what you're saying. If I know that I could buy those last minute tickets for half price, then I'll never buy the tickets at 300 when I only have 50 to sell out. So what you're saying is, wait. People, if people know that at the end you're going to mark down all the tickets and discount them, then there's never going to be any scarcity because nobody will buy the tickets at that second tier and the third tier.
No, because people would buy them when they go on sale.
They go on sale for 100, and then I raise them to 150.
Okay.
Nobody's going to buy them at 150 because they know I can wait till 2 days before the show and get them at a discount.
Not necessarily, because some other people may come in and buy those tickets at 150 later on.
Right, but what you're saying, you're guaranteeing those last tickets get sold. What I'm saying, and I know this, if you go to, they do this in baseball now. Day of game tickets are more expensive than pregame tickets.
Well,
because
there are ticket venues that do the same thing, where if you buy them ahead of time, they're like $10
right.
cheaper.
So why do they? I
cheaper.
learned this. Why do they do that?
So you buy them ahead of time.
You do that, so you force them to buy them ahead of time, because under your scenario, I come to buy those tickets at the very last minute. There's I think what they tell me was a 70% chance that you don't end up buying the tickets because you weren't committed to buying them in the first place. We did this when I worked in Tampa Bay, and I would get mad at the owner. I'm like, why are we charging more day of game? He said, we need to make sure that people commit to buy those tickets, because if they wait till the day of game to buy tickets, there's a good chance they don't show up because something else came up better.
Well, in that scenario, especially with the Tampa Bay Rays, where nobody goes to the games,
exactly,
is if they start out lower, people will buy those tickets.
No, not necessarily.
But they're making plans to do it, and the concert's the same way. But
my
if you
big
wait till the
beef-
last minute, you could make, and just like in the scenario you said, well, I can make, instead of
300,000 instead of 100,000.
If there's a demand, if you want to raise the ticket price, that's fine. But if those tickets aren't selling, wouldn't you rather make a little more money instead of a lot more money?
Consumer behavior would say, okay, I can get them for the 200. Let me wait till the last minute. And the people that would pay the $200 because they knew were scarce might not buy those tickets because they'll wait for the Dave Ayler special at the end of the day, and now we'll never get to those 200.
But not in concerts, people want those tickets. The hardcore fans are going to buy them right at the beginning.
Right. They buy them at the beginning, and then as I start getting scarcity, then I can have dynamic ticket pricing to drive it up.
Which is fine. But if you still have tickets left over and nobody's buying those tickets, wouldn't you rather have somebody in the venue?
Then that defeats the purpose.
Spending money?
That defeats the purpose because I'll never get to that $300 level ticket.
I don't think it would be such a minute number of people. You'd still be making money.
Anytime I lessen the amount of people that
you're going to have more people in the venue spending money.
The more demand. Well, now you're talking about something different. Now you're talking about per cap. Everybody that comes into a game or goes to a concert needs to spend at least $20. That's where we really make our profits.
Sure.
As well. Now, but my big thing is, what I hate? I hate the fact that they let the bots go in, buy all the tickets. And then the secondary markets,
exactly.
Those are the guys that are the pirates.
Oh, I agree with that too. And somehow with those bots, they're able to get in before your average person, before they go on sale.
And that's my big beef.
And I have a problem with that too.
Yeah, that's my big beef. What do you guys think?
Well, see, and those bots are raising the price before the average person can get in.
They're what are they causing? Scarcity.
But if all those bots bought the tickets and nobody else bought them, there'd still be tickets left over. And what I'm saying is, wouldn't you rather sell those tickets at a slightly discounted rate and still make money?
I don't know. You're confusing everybody this morning.
No, I everybody knows what I'm talking about except you.
Because poor Hope and Jack are listening in the car right now. And I'm trying to teach them economics, and now you're confusing them. And Hope's having a morning today.
And I'm saying that all those people, they know what I'm talking about because they want to make money. And you may not make $30,000, but you'd come out with $22,000 extra. $22,000 is better than nothing.
Will you say hi to Hope?
Hi, Hope.
She's getting her her braces this morning.
Oh, I did that when I was 14.
Tell her what a wonderful experience it is. Tell her how great. Say it. Tell her it's good.
No.
Lie to her. Tell her it's going to be painless.
It's going to be painless. And
you have such a beautiful smile.
When it's all over, you're going to look great.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
She already looks great.
Her teeth are going to have to make her look even better when it's all over.
Anyway, our friend Hope and Jack, they're on their way to school. We wanted to say hello, and Hope's getting her braces this morning. I'm very excited. I can't send me a picture. I want to see what she looks like with that big old smile with her braces. It'll be absolutely gorgeous when it's all done. So thank you. All right.